We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the LA Chargers.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first two plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The Chargers at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. You look at this Baltimore defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
Now a 2nd and 6. Here's Herbert. He finds his man complete. That's Young.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Oh, he caught on the carpet, a fumble. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play? When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Second down and 6 now.
Jackson now. This is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers,
His 11th touchdown of the year.
and the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this ball tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The handoff running left, Henry. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe it.
They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Here's Jackson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. He finds his man complete. It's Young. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert.
Pass hauled in by Johnston. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. 10-0 to score after one on EA. Charger football to start quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. He sets to fire deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now 3rd down and very long. Now it's Herbert. But they'll say it's incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Well, how many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Jackson to throw. They set up the screen for Dobbins. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 41-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A first down carry for Henry. Well, a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Again, it's Henry. To about the 26 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry
with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year.
And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Here's Herbert now on second down.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Let's go, let's go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You got to be precise with your throws.
There he goes, right side. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Herbert. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Now a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
A final shot before the break for Herbert. Open man, it's Johnston. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there as time expires in the first half. And the Chargers are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. A 10-point game, 17-7 to score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he'll be out right at the 35. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 4.
Henry running right.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Jackson going to change things up a bit.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Here's a diving catch right side. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. They'll try the right side with Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Flowers going to go in motion right. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
On 2nd down, Jackson.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. So the pitch and catch good for 11, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Tucker's kick is good. And that last field goal, number 400 for him in his NFL career. I don't know whether this will wind up a Hall of Fame career, but he's certainly been at the top of his profession for quite a while.
And that is without question, my man. One of the best kickers we've seen in the past decade or so. Big congratulations to him. Pretty nice round number.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because...
And it's out. He put it on the carpet.
Wow. That ball is not free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Herbert now. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Ravens are going to take over here up near the 40. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 56 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. And you start to think if it's going to happen for these guys, it's got to start with this drive. Down 3 scores, they need to start making some inroads. And that'll help the cause there as they pick up good yardage and a 1st down.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a 1st down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4.
Hey, go Lion, 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 Lion.
On 1st down, it's Herbert.
This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and goal.
Herbert changing things up.
On second and goal. Herbert. And it's caught. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now Herbert, third and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there. There to make the grab.
And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction.
Justin Tucker onto the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And they take a knee. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
It's about time. DC, ready?
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And not much running room. Down to the 32. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, You never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right.
This is caught at the 20. A big play there for L.A. 65 yards.
And not only does Justin Herbert have one of the biggest arms in the game, I don't know that anyone throws a prettier pass. Every time he throws the football, I just want to slow it down and have it be a...
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Darius Davis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Herbert going to throw. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Chargers 22.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
What's going on, guys? What's that?
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after